Despite his 6 wins this season, Andy Suarez has been a pleasant surprise for the Giants. The rookie has been a consistent presence on the mound, pitching with poise of a veteran in his first big league season. Tonight, he'll take the mound against the Padres team that always seems to be at its best when facing the Giants. It's a National League West showdown in Game 1 of the series next. The road trip begins tonight here in San Diego as we come to you from Petco Park. This is Game 1 of a 3-game series. It's the Giants and the Padres. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants ended up taking 2 out of 3 at home this weekend against the Rockies. So now you take on the San Diego Padres. And if you look at Bruce Bochy's lineup, he's doing a couple of things, right? He's mixing in the veterans. He's got some young guys in there. And there isn't any doubt that he still wants to win these games.
He definitely wants to win these games because of the Giants have not had great success in the city of San Diego these last couple of years. So I think it's important, if you're Bochy, to get that good winning feeling back in your clubhouse. He gives the ball tonight to Andy Suarez, who's really been a great story. And at this point in the season, I mean, a lot of young pitchers, they get tired. Well, he's pushed right through that. He's looked great, and he looks like he is going to finish strong. And when you're a young pitcher and you can finish strong in the month of September, you've accomplished something.
Aramis Garcia, he's at first base tonight. Belt is out. All right, stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios for an update, and we'll do that right after this.
Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time.
Back here in San Diego at Petco Park, our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission fee boardwalk is open this weekend. We got a nice temperature of 75 degrees. You see the winds and humidity, and it's going to be a partly cloudy night. All right, let's take a look at the Giants lineup brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll go like this. Blanco, Panic, and Longoria. Hitting fourth will be Crawford, then Hundley, Shaw. As you can see, Chris Shaw, he had a couple of hits yesterday against the Rockies. Slater, Garcia, and Suarez.
On the hill tonight for the San Diego Padres will be the right-hander Brian Mitchell. Mitchell, 27 years of age, 6'2", 210-pounder. He's a 3-year veteran. This is what he has done this year. He's made 9 starts, 1-3 with a 6.07 ERA. Look at the walks, 40 walks in 59 1/3. However, they say that he has corrected his mechanics. And when you take your bats against him, you're going to see a healthy fastball that can go low to mid-90s. He's also got a curveball slider and a changeup. Curveball probably his best specialty pitch. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Mitchell tonight. Starting in the Padres outfield from left to right, you're going to see Renfroe, Margot, and Reyes. Good arms, great arms across the board. Guerra and Myers on the left side, Galvis and Hosmer on the right side, and Austin Hedges. He'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
So Gregor Blanco is going to lead things off. Giants and Padres here on a Monday night as the Giants begin this 6-game road trip. Blanco hitting .227 with a couple of home runs, 7 driven in. And the first pitch of the ball game is on its way, and it's a called strike. So 7-10. Always acknowledge the Padres started this game on time. Blanco pops it up left side. It's Renfroe coming in, and Renfroe calling, and that's how this game gets started on a pop-up to left field. It's a birthday today for Orlando Cepeda. So the baby bull celebrating back in the Bay Area. And Orlando, hope you're watching, and I hope you're feeling well, and happy birthday.
Happy birthday indeed. 81 years old. And one of our favorite people.
Here's Panic, who takes a pitch down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
I can say happy birthday to Gaylord Perry over the weekend, 80 years old. So Gaylord, happy birthday.
Panic takes a strike. That's called by home plate umpire Mark Rippiger. Then it's Eddings, West, and Whitson from first to third.
And Rippiger, I mean, he's a low ball guy. He doesn't have big corners, but he's pretty steady umpire.
Panic got a play down the left field line.
The thing I like about Rippiger, if you got a good breaking ball, he stays in on it. I mean, he doesn't give up on a breaking ball.
Longoria, who's had the most at bats lifetime against Mitchell, is on deck, and that's only 4 at bats. And Panic holds up on a pitch in the dirt. Panic's only had 1 lifetime at bat against Mitchell. He's 0 for 1. Padres are 30 games under 500. Giants are 10 games under. Down the left field line and a base hit for Panic. First hit, first base runner, and it belongs to Joe Panic, and here's Longoria.
Joe Panic's got a good swing going right now.
Yes, he does. Longoria at 249. His RBI's number right at 50. At the knees and a called strike, with Brandon Crawford to follow. No belt. And we'll get our chance to see Aramis Garcia at first base tonight. And that moves Longoria back just a little bit. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good infield here at Petco Park. All the infielders talk about it. Don't see a lot of bad hops on this infield. And the grass is a moderate speed. It's not too fast, not too slow. You can say the same thing for the gaps. Just a good place to play.
Big topper to third. Myers waits on it. They'll only get 1. The ball just hit too high. So with 2 outs, here's Crawford. Crawford at 254. He's got 12 home runs. 51 runs batted in. Mitchell at the belt and the pitch, and there's a drive, but it's hit right at Margot, who is playing Crawford in left center field, and that's going to end the inning. Suarez coming out. By Southwest Airlines, or make that Padres lineup. It'll be Myers, Reyes, and then Renfroe. Hosmer is going to be the cleanup hitter. Then it's Hedges, Galvis, and Margot. Javi Guerra is going to hit in the 9th spot. He'll be at shortstop, and then it'll be Mitchell hitting 9th.
On the hill tonight for the Giants is going to be the 26-year-old left-hander, the rookie, Andy Suarez. He can start number 27. 6-11 on the year with a 4.33 ERA. 145 innings pitched here at the big league level, and really has a solid season. And when you take your at-bats against him, you're going to see a fastball that goes low to mid-90s. He will 2 and 4 seam it. He will pitch inside. That's one of his strengths, especially to right-handed hitters. Curveball, slider, and a changeup. Lifetime against the Padres. I mean, he's pitched in 2 games against him. He doesn't have a winner or a loss, but a lifetime ERA of 2.13. There you see the Giants defensively. Shaw, Blanco, Slater, that's your outfield. Crawford, Longoria on the left side. Pana, Garcia right side. And Nick Hundley, he'll be in the squad putting down the signs.
First pitch misses to Myers, who's hitting .251. 10 home runs, 34 runs batted in. And he fouls it off the backstop. He's got a very powerful swing. He's been banged up a little bit this year. That's why his power numbers are down. And it's up and in. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. Padres at home are 28 and 48. And a foul out of play. Here's StatCast AI powered by AWS. Here you see all the different slices of pie. That's how you look at things when you're hungry.
Well, or you want dessert. No question.
Yeah. No, not that guy. In the dirt. Full count. No, not that guy. Keep trying, Jim. Eventually we'll get one. No, not that guy either. Not a pretzel guy.
Or a churro?
No.
Churro?
And the walk. And that's how this bottom of the first gets started. Nope, not that guy. Yep, that guy.
Yeah, you're definitely a popcorn guy. No doubt about it.
Here's Reyes. Yeah, that guy too. Start out with that and then finish with the popcorn.
Yeah, the weenie guy, man. He's got his hat. He's got a good attitude.
Franmil Reyes and a healthy rip. And what did you say this guy was size-wise when you looked him up?
6'5", 270. And he's got some serious power.
So when people thought he was going to be playing on Monday night, it wasn't baseball.
No. I mean, he is a big fella.
He's got odd stats, though, doesn't he?
Well, he's got 15 homers and 24 RBIs, and that makes it a little bit odd. He's got just about 100 days. In fact, this is his 100th day at the big league level. For the Dominican Republic, there it is, 15 homers, 24 RBI. That's a lot of solo trippers.
He call him out? Wow.
Oh, let's take a look at the pitch. He is a big fella, and that's our pitch cast brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company.
Well, I say thank you very much. Here's Hunter Renfroe.
It's a rule book strike.
Renfroe's got 23 home runs, 61 runs batted in. He's got a home run against Suarez, and this is going to be tracked down by Blanco. It's fun to watch Gregor in center field, isn't it?
It really is. I mean, he's just a little scat back out there, and he covers a lot of ground. He loves the big yards. Bigger the better, because he's got room to run. Sweet spot.
Very solid. Anywhere you put him. Except if there's 2 outs in the 7th game of the World Series. And it's a little weird.
He can make things a bit dramatic out there.
Here's Hosmer. Myers has got 9 steals. He hasn't been thrown out, so you got to keep an eye on him. And Hosmer definitely goes around, and it's 0-1.
That should have been called a strike. Andy Suarez now has 173 innings on the year if you combine the the 26 innings that he threw in the minor leagues with the 145 innings that he's thrown at the big league level. And that is a nice bit of growth for him. Last year he had 155 innings. You want to try and increase a guy about 20 to 30 innings a year. That's the normal way to build arm strength. The goal is to have enough strength in your arm to be able to give your team 200 innings.
Myers has played about 15 minutes in this game, and he's filthy.
That's pretty much par for the course.
Now he goes. Hundley's throw is going to be late. Stolen base number 10.
Well, you don't steal 10 bags without getting caught if you're not a smart base runner. And I mean, Will Myers, he's got good speed, but he doesn't have blazer speed. He steals most of his bases on the jump, and he really timed that jump well. I mean, whatever it was that tipped, that Suarez used to tip that he was going home, Myers knew it.
Little jam shot up the middle. Crawford now will have to hurry, and he throws out Hosmer as Suarez pitches through a leadoff walk. Second inning coming up.
Talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Well, during the final weekend of the 2018 season, the Giants will take on the Dodgers on Friday the 28th. The Giants are going to be awarding the 2018 Willie Mack Award, which is an honor bestowed upon the most inspirational player of the team. Come on out early to see Willie present the award in a pre-game ceremony. Go to sfgiants.com and you can get your tickets. You can always buy direct from the Giants.
Here's Hundley. Hundley to lead things off, then Shaw, then Slater. Hundley hitting .242, 9 home runs, 30 driven in. Here he takes a strike. Has not faced Mitchell before. Down low.
Mitchell's really got a small circle. If you watch him take his hand out of his glove and he starts taking his hand back and getting it in position, I mean, it never goes below the belt. That's a short circle. Very compact throwing delivery. And it's by design. They tried to shorten him up because he was walking too many people. 59 innings, he had walked 40 guys. That's way too many.
Hundley, skies went out to right for Reyes. And the big fella puts it away. So 1 out, and that'll bring up Shaw. Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants into your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1.
A lot of Giants fans down here. What'd you call it? AT&T South?
Yeah. Just to tick off Mark Grant. Here's Shaw. Base hit, left field. So Shaw now 3 hits in his last 5 at bats.
Yeah, he's starting to absolutely lock into a much more calm feeling in the batter's box. Get up here, this game can start going a little bit too fast for you. And boy, before he even knew it, he had a 1 for 21 going with a lot of strikeouts. Now he's starting to put the ball in play, using the whole field.
Maybe those 21 at bats by choose 10 big league ball players, and the numbers wouldn't have been very good either.
Well, he absolutely got thrown in the fire.
Slater takes high.
I saw Syndergaard and DeGrom and Fontanevich. Those are pretty good arms right
Wheeler.
there. Yeah, oh, by the way, Zach Wheeler.
Buchholz. Slater at 268. One ball and 1 strike. Garcia to follow. Hosmer thought about dropping it, and it wouldn't have been a bad play.
Slater wasn't exactly busting his tail down the line. Hard to do when you get jammed to the point both thumbs are burning as you're leaving the batter's box. Austin Slater hit that ball. It didn't make a noise.
Here's Garcia. Garcia in the big leagues, 7 hits in 19 at bats.
Yeah, a couple of them left the ballpark. He's been impressive.
Gets a piece. See that number 16 on his back, and you have flashes of Angel Pagan. I'm voting that lid of the night.
Well, you think she made that?
I think she did. She
That's a
made
good
it,
one.
and by the time we get home, there'll be 100 of them at the Giants dugout store.
That's a good looking hat.
In tight, it's 2 balls and a strike.
You know, I like the hats that when you put them on, you can't help but smile, and that's one of those hats. Put that hat on, you look in the mirror, and you're going to go, yeah.
Yeah, smile, not shake your head, smile.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of those hats.
Three and 1. If you're Garcia and it's close, here you can air it out. And he does, and it's 3 and 2.
You know, it just, you watch the way that guys mix their pitches up. It just, you just don't see that many fastballs. It's not a guaranteed thing you're going to see a fastball when guys are in 2-0 counts or 3-1 counts. They're going to throw a cutter, they're going to throw a split or a changeup. I don't even know what a hitter's count is anymore.
Runner goes, and a pop-up just below us.
We'll take the Giants on the go this season and stream the Giants games on NBCSportsBayArea.com and the NBC Sports app. Brought to you by your NorCal Honda dealers.
We're in the colors. It's 3-2 to Aramis Garcia here in the top of the second inning. Runner goes. Got him. It's 0-0. Hedges to lead things off.
Great hat. Walk-off grand slam off Jeffrey Springs. The exit velocity 99 miles per hour. Hit it 386 feet. And the Padres went home happy. And that's your Togo's Pretzel Ramen.
So Suarez back to pitch the second inning. Hedges, Galvis, Margot. Hedges at 245, 13 home runs, 36 runs batted in, and the first pitch is down low. 1 ball and no strikes. Hedges is never faced Andy Suarez, and now he's ahead in the count 2-0.
Hedges is a dangerous hitter. He's got power.
And on cue, high, deep, going. 1-0 on the 14th home run by Hedges. Solo home run.
23rd home run of the year that Suarez has given up. And Hedges, he has been moving up the lineup from the 8th spot. Now he's hit the 5th hole because he's been hot. And he got every bit of that one.
So here's Freddie Galvis, who's hitting at 233. He's got 11 home runs, 61 runs batted in. He's not afraid to swing for it either, as Crawford's going to charge and throw out his opposite number, 1 out. Here's Margot. Margot right at 250. 7 home runs, 45 runs batted in. Seen Margot at the top of the lineup a lot. He takes outside for a ball, 1-0. He's faced Suarez 5 times. He's 1 for 5. Get a little breaking ball to even the count. Javi Guerra's on deck. And a little low to make it 3-1.
And Margot will get down on the end of the bat in a 3-1 count.
And he fouls it off the end of the bat. It's 3-2. Didn't sound very good coming off the bat, but doesn't look like Margot seems to be too concerned about it. That's fouled on the left field line. It rattles around.
Yeah, I don't think that one's got a crack in it. All right. Oh. I like the high hurdle, though, to get in position. She was about ready to head down the stairs. A couple of gamer babes.
Over by the Padre dugout, and it's going to be on top of the dugout.
Let's check out the move. All right, I got this one. Oh, yeah. Not a problem. That's an athlete.
It's hard to leave your cocktail, I got to tell you.
Yeah, well, I admire that. I don't know if you would see us do that.
Another one over by the dugout, and another one that's going to be out of play. And he walked him. Here's Guerra. Guerra's 1 for 7 against Suarez. Actually, he's not 1 for 7 against Suarez. He's 1 for 7 in the big leagues.
Well, he's got a batting average.
I mean, we haven't seen him play. It could be 6 line drive outs. On the ground. Panic, thought about it, but they'll get the out at first. Margot ends up in scoring position. And Mitchell's going to hit. Mitchell's 2 for 14. And he takes a healthy rip and he fouls it off of Hundley's glove. That's a pretty good swing.
Well, it's one you have to take seriously if you're out there pitching against it. Backyard boy. He's had a wiffle ball bat in his hands a few times.
Absolutely. Out in front of home plate. Hundley will barehand it and throw him out, and that'll end the inning. A run on the home run by Hedges. Third inning coming up, 1-0 Padres. Bonds hit career home run number 700 off of Jake Peavy. Greeted by JT Snow at home plate. 700 off of Jake Peavy. Here it's a 1-0 lead for the Padres on the Hedges home run. Suarez will lead things off, then Blanco, then Panic. Andy Suarez improved every week as a hitter. He's 3 for 43.
But he's making contact just about every time up now. I mean, that's a big time improvement.
Here he takes a strike.
Alonso Powell absolutely has time for pitchers. You know, and there's not every hitting instructor that will take time with pitchers. Alonso Powell will, Rick Shue will.
Broadcaster's jinx, 1 out.
Hey, he had a good swing. Hey, on Wednesday, September 26th, it's Marvel Day at the Yard as the Giants take on the Padres. There's a special pregame VIP Q&A panel at Triples Alley featuring actors Lawrence Fishburne from Ant-Man and the Wasp, and Lou Ferrigno will be there, the original Hulk. This special VIP experience will include a giant man bobblehead and a custom signed lithograph by comic book artist Humberto Ramos, signed by Forever Giant Brian Wilson. Go to sfgiants.com/special events and check it out.
Blanco bunts it foul. Blanco hit a pop-up to left field to open up the ball game. Panic waiting in the wings. And the 0-1. And swinging a bouncing ball foul. Aguilar moving over. It's 0-2.
Gregor Blanco with the flame-tempered bat head. See a lot of those anymore.
And he got a piece.
The evolution of the baseball bat, it's really one thing that just tells you a lot about hitting styles and pitching. That's right, a simple baseball bat. If you compare today's modern baseball bats with baseball bats from other generations, it's just a dramatic difference. It wasn't uncommon back in the 20s, 30s. Guys would use a bat for the whole year. One bat.
And Blanco's gone. Third strikeout in a row for Mitchell.
Well, Mitchell's got a good curveball going right now.
And here's Panic.
Take a look at a good snapper, and he drops it right down there just above the dirt. Had count leverage in a 1-2 count. I mean, that's a good one.
Panic hit a line drive to left field for a base hit in the first. Here he looks at a strike at 94, and it's 0-1.
Of course, the bats back in 1930, I mean, they'd be 40 inches, 42 ounces in weight, and they were logs. They were hard to break.
Yeah, all the players back then were a bunch of old farmers. Big bouncer to Hosmer, and it's foul.
You have a great bat collection, and you bring some of the bats that guys you played with in to our booth, and you've got one there by Jeff Torborg that it's thick handled. It's probably 36 inches, 37 ounces in weight. It's a big bat. It's a man's bat. But there's not one bat like that in the big leagues today. Not one. Not even close to that. And it tells you a lot about the pitching. Today's modern pitcher, I mean, he has two types of fastball. They all have changeups or splits. They all throw cutters, curveballs, sliders. I mean, a lot of different types of movement. High velocity. And you can't have big, heavy bats when you have that many different types of movement and that many different speeds coming at you. And the bat tells that story.
2-2 on the fastball in. Got a shot of Longoria in his flame-tempered bat. And another hit for Joe Panic as he drives it through the right side.
He's putting on a salary drive here the last couple weeks.
Longoria reached on a fielder's choice. He hit a high bouncer to third, and the Padres were not able to turn to double play. Longoria on the first pitch hits it past Ron Wotus. We had somebody come into the booth and pick up a bat. You're talking about the Jeff Torborg bat. I think it was one of the Rockies broadcasters, and he said, "Is this a joke?"
Drew Goodman.
Is this a joke? Is this for real? Yeah. But there's a few that Frank Robinson had a big bat that's hanging up there. Boog Powell.
You should take that Jeff Torborg bat down to batting practice and let Madison Bumgarner take BP.
Just give it a shot.
Because he's about the only guy strong enough to swing that thing.
Hosmer at first, although it's been sitting up in the attic for 30 years. It might be dried out just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
One swing and it'd probably be breaking half. 1-0 Padres.
Brought to you by Mr. Pickle's Sandwich Shop. Other joints are all bread and no beef. So get on over to Mr. Pickle's and get yourself a barbecue tri-tip sandwich.
Bottom of the third inning, a 1-0 lead for the Padres on the Hedges home run. Here's Will Myers. And Myers cues this one off the end of the bat. And because of that, he's going to have a hit. Once it got under the glove of Suarez, it was going to be big trouble.
Well, there was nobody there. Joe Panik, the second baseman, was playing on the shortstop side of second base. You can see how they stack up three infielders. So that's a tough play for a lefty. You're falling off towards the third base line. You got to get unwound, come back. It's going to be a backhander. And he just couldn't quite get down low enough for it.
Here's Reyes, who struck out looking in the first. And he hits a double play ball to Panik, who will shovel it to Crawford, who throws it on the run, and they got him. Nice play.
Boy, Crawford had to come a long way from the shortstop position to get over there and cover the base. See how far he is. I mean, that's a run. Good feed for Panik, just a toe tap to get second base, and he completes the deuce. But boy, I tell you, a lot of these shift defensive sets, they don't make it easy to turn down play.
Yes. Renfroe hit a fly ball to center field. And a quick 0-2. Yeah, for all you sabermetric people out there, make it a little easier on the middle infielders. There's another great turn by Crawford.
Just a total ad lib, and what made that play so good was the flip from Panik, and then, as you pointed out in yesterday's broadcast, the bag awareness from Crawford.
Yeah, you in the middle of that play, you just don't want to trip on the bag. Another overshift is Renfro looking at one defender on the right side. I'm still hungry.
Piece of pie? Coffee and lemon pie.
Foul back. Suarez tried to get in.
Or a bag of popcorn.
Renfro digs it out and fouls it out of play. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Fourth inning coming up for the Giants. It'll be Crawford to lead things off.
Your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
Padres with a 1-0 lead. Here's Brandon Crawford to hit first. Crawford hit the ball well in the first inning. It just so happened that Margot, the center fielder, was playing him perfectly towards left center field. And here he takes low and away. Crawford hits a high drive, right center field. Reyes back. It is out of here. And this game is tied. Home run number 13 for Brandon Crawford. So the home runs are even in this game.
Two good at bats from Crawford. Here, I think this thing left the bat. He's saying to Margot, the center fielder, let's see you catch this one. Home run number 13. Just high and majestic, the way my partner likes him.
Well, for the longest time, when this ballpark opened up, that was an out. Here's Hundley.
You know, they've altered the fences here about 3 times, and they finally got it right. I mean, this is a ballpark that plays fair. It used to be a pitcher's heaven. Couldn't hit a ball out of here. But they really moved the fences in from right field, and then they tweaked it in left center. Then they tweaked it over in right center again, and then back over in left center one more time. And I think they got it right.
I think they did.
That back wall, the red wall, that was the original fence in right field.
It was. On the ground to third. And Myers will sling it across. Yeah, it was those dimensions that drove Ryan Klesko crazy.
Well, and Klesko, the very first day he hit here, just said, "You got to be kidding me."
Nevin.
Phil Nevin drove him just up a wall. And you get all these power guys, and they couldn't hit the ball at the right field, especially if you're right-handed.
Here's Shaw, who singled in the second. There's a strike.
But the one guy who made his reputation here, Adrian Gonzalez, but as a left-handed hitter, he was a guy that hit more balls out the left field.
He did.
Take a look at the numbers for Brandon Crawford. Hit 105 miles per hour. Chase Darno says that's what I'm talking about.
Just high. 1-2. In the dirt, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The hit by Shaw in the second, his 4th hit of the season. He's now 4 for 27. Take that one again, kid. It's 3-2.
They set up in the inside corner. They want it right at the hands. Missed by a whole bunch.
Down the left field line. That's a base hit. Shaw's on the move. Digging it out is Renfroe, and Shaw's got a double. He's 2 for 2.
He's getting close to getting off the interstate. That's a nice piece of hitting here. 3-2. They pitch him away. That's not a hanger. That's two-seam movement at 95 miles an hour, running away from him. Stays inside it, rakes it right past Will Myers at third base.
I'll tell you what, if it does anything, it'll keep the scouts and the defense on its toes.
Rick Shue, Alonzo Powell, the hitting instructors, they're loving that.
Here's Slater. Slater with a bouncing ball to Hosmer. On the play, Shaw will move to third. And Garcia's going to hit.
Before the game yesterday, Chris Shaw stepped in the batter's box for the first time. He's hitting 045. He was on the bingo card. And now, 4 hits later, he's hitting 179, moving up the interstate.
Well, here's Garcia. Chance to give the Giants the lead here in the fourth. See if the Padres give Garcia anything to hit, and there's a call strike. And what happened? Joe West is talking to Doug Eddings.
Did they call timeout?
I don't know, fellas. Let's go. Let's make the game about the players. Come on. Base hit. Giants take the lead. So they pitch to Garcia, and he takes advantage of it.
Well, I mean, that really is a bit of a surprise, given that Suarez is the on-deck hitter, and he's not a great hitter. So, Aramis Garcia measuring out a breaking ball. I mean, he took that swing on that breaking ball like he was sitting on the breaking ball.
So 2 runs here in the fourth.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brandon Crawford and the 2 rooks. Aramis Garcia waits well, sees the breaking ball, and I mean, that wasn't a bad one. It was right down around the top of the knees, had a little hang to it, but boy, that back leg was all over it. He had a good hip throw on that swing.
Andy, we were talking about you, your first at bat, about making contact.
He was doing so good.
Crawford hits the home run to tie his 13th of the year. It's bye-bye baby. Garcia then knocks in Shaw. Two-one Giants, bottom of the fourth. Here's our BioFreeze moment, powered by BioFreeze. Cool the pain. 50 years ago today at Candlestick, here's Russ Hodges.
Wind up, and the pitch to flat. Strike 3 called. It's a no-hitter for Gaylord Perry. Gaylord Perry gets his name in the record book with the second no-hitter in the history of the San Francisco Giants.
That's right, he no-hit the Cardinals, second no-hitter in Giants history, San Francisco history. And the very next day, the Giants celebrated so much that Ray Washburn of the Cardinals then no-hit the Giants.
How about that? Back-to-back games where there was a no-hitter.
Yeah. Too much celebrating. Davy. I'm blaming Davy.
I miss Davy.
Here's Hosmer, who hits a line shot at Blanco. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's a rough at bat right there.
Well, it felt good. mean, it's better than getting jammed and breaking a bat.
That is a fact. Here's Hedges. Hedges homered in the second. And a strike. And it's 0-1. Andy Suarez. Here's an amazing stat I didn't think I'd see. 27th start.
Yeah, that's impressive.
27th start.
Well, I mean, he's going to have 180 innings after tonight's ball game. I mean, that's a nice natural progression of adding innings and building up your arm strength as he gets ready to go forth in his career.
It's going to be Panic, who's waving everybody off. 2 down.
Plus, he's still able to do that. I mean, a big part of his game is the sinker. He gets a lot of ground balls. I mean, 50% of the balls that get hit off are ground balls, but he can also jam a power right-hander. Here's this guy Hedges, took him deep his first at bat. Here he comes up and he jams him. Fastball.
Here's Freddie Galvis. First pitch strike, and it's 0-1. Two outs, nobody on. 4th inning. Pours in another strike. It's 0-2. Maybe Galvis is sitting on something other than a fastball. On the ground to Panic. And a nice shutdown inning for Andy Suarez. Way to go, kid. 5th inning coming up. Blanco to lead things up.
Impressive. Years ago, Barry Bonds hit the famous pirouette home run, a 2-run shot off of Chan-Ho Park. He did it in the bottom of the 1st inning. A sold-out crowd at Candlestick. The Giants would go on to beat the Dodgers 2-1. Kirk Reeder, the winning pitcher in that game. That's our Mercedes pivotal play just 21 years ago. Like it was yesterday.
And Blanco takes a strike. I got a call, I don't know, a week ago from Kirk Reeder, and I declined. That's it. Just declined it. Felt really good, too, I got to tell you. There's a call strike.
Somewhere in Hoyleton, Illinois, somebody's sitting on a sofa, and you just made him laugh.
Well, yeah, he's taking the poster that I gave him. He wanted one. He's taking it off the wall in the bathroom. going to put it in the closet. Line drive center field. It could carry out. It will not, as it bounces up off the chest of Margot, and it's a leadoff single. The 28th is African American Heritage Night, presented by PG&E. You get a Willie Stretch McCovey t-shirt and a ticket to see the Giants and the Dodgers. sfgiants.com/special events.
It's a good looking shirt.
Just try it sometime. Just hit decline. It's just a little feeling of, that was great. Yeah, I'll call you ahead of time and say, just decline me.
It's woody, though. Son of a building block.
Panic is 2 for 2. And here he looks at a strike.
Straight away in the outfield.
Blanco goes. He got a good jump. He's going to steal it. Blanco's running around like he's 22 years old.
Well, he's having fun. He's playing baseball. I think it's the ultimate slam dunk for a guy to steal a base and the catcher doesn't even get off a throw. Now, Hedges, who's got a very good arm, I mean, he never really got a grip. But Blanco, that wouldn't even been close anyway because of the jump that he had.
Well, that changes everything about this inning. Get him in, get him over. This is going to be a get him over. So nice job by Panic with a productive out. He may not be happy with that, but two things. One, it's an 0 for 1 and he lost his bat, but he does get the job done.
He gets the job done, and I hope that baseball never changes to the point where they don't acknowledge a great at bat like that. It's good baseball. You got him over. It's a productive out.
Absolutely.
Setting up a situation where you can score a run without even getting a hit.
Infield in. Out of play. Nice swing by Longoria. Longoria is 0 for 2. And now it's 0 and 2. I see this Dodgers score correctly.
Yeah. Dodgers are leading the Rockies. Top of the 4th inning by a score of 6-0. John Gray, the right-handed starting pitcher for the Rockies, got knocked out.
Low, 1 and 2. Out of play again. They're staying away from Longoria.
And he's had a couple pitches up around the belt to do something with here. This is a fly ball situation. Mitchell, I mean, he's trying his best to get the strikeout. A lot going on here right now.
Target is in. And that one got Hedges on the foul, so it remains 1 and 2. Look at his foot.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it got him, but he's looking for air right now. Could have been a bit higher. All right, let's take a look. Yeah. That'll take the air out of you.
Myers, Garrett, Galvis, Hosmer all in.
It's a good pitch. 1-2 count. Sets up a curveball. That's what they want.
And he left it up. It's 3-2.
Boy, and that's when, boy, you're so mad at yourself because you had it set up. You can see him go back to the rosin bag and slam the rosin bag down. He's upset. That is just a bad pitch. Tried to throw it too hard, opened up too soon.
High and deep down the line. Out of here. Longoria with his 16th home run of the season. And the Giants lead 4-1. He laid a nice swing on that one.
He really did, and that ball was up and in. Remember, he missed 5 weeks. I mean, that ball was up at 94. I mean, above the hands. That's one you don't expect to have a guy jerk you.
Oh, that's like a hanging fastball.
Impressive.
Here's Crawford, who takes wide.
Like, you go back to that curveball that he hung, and he was mad at himself, and he threw the rosin bag down. Do you think that had something to do with that pitch?
Yeah, I bet it did.
Little anger, just let it go, try and blow it by a guy.
Crawford out of play.
You're seeing a lot of mistakes up now from Mitchell. Longoria is going to love watching the replay of that at bat.
Yes, he is. Plus, for right-handed hitters, that Western Metal Supply Company building is such a great target.
It really is.
I mean, when Bartolo Colon can aim for that building, anybody can. Crawford with a line drive in the left field, a base hit.
He's had 3 great at-bats tonight against Mitchell. He's got a 2-for-3 night, but he's hit every ball on the button. And that's going to bring out Darren Balsley as the Padres bullpen starts to get up and get loose. Looks like it's going to be Brad Wick.
Mark Rippinger is going to break up the meeting.
Got Wick, the left-hander, and Phil Maton, the right-hander.
Three hits in the inning. Hundley is 0 for 2. Shaw is on deck. Hundley pops it up. See if Hosmer's got a play. It's over by the stands, and it's going to be out of play. That screen really keeps you from leaning in and catching pop-ups into the seats.
He really does. I mean, that's totally something that favors the hitter.
Crawford Harvard's got 4 steals.
Well, if he thinks he can get a good jump, he'll go. I mean, Mitchell, he hasn't been paying a lot of attention.
Only another pop-up out of play.
Giants base runners getting over at first base. They've been getting some pretty healthy leads and pretty healthy jumps. It's great when you're a young player and you just get to the big leagues for your first month and you can sit and have a conversation with a guy who's been around for 10 years with the reputation that Longoria has. And you can talk about the game on equal terms, and that means the world to a young player.
It's an acknowledgement. Hundley 1-2. Hundley, possible double play ball, and it is. So Longoria hits one down the left field line. His 16th home run of the year. It's bye-bye baby. And the Giants lead in this one. They've got 9 hits. They lead 4-1.
Smart Play is brought to you by your Northern California Ford dealers. On this date 15 years ago, the Giants clinched the National League West. They defeated the Padres, and then they watched the Diamondbacks beat the second-place Dodgers. The Giants won the West by 15.5 games. That's our Smart Play, brought to you by your Northern California Ford dealers.
Champions of the National League West. They go wire to wire, and they're the first team in San Francisco to do that in the 9th in Major League Baseball history.
Good memories.
That was a good team.
Here's Margot, who takes down low. Yeah, that was a team that was led by Ray Durham. So Rich Aurelia in that shot. JT Snow.
Andres Galarraga.
The big cat. Oh. Bonds.
Oh, yeah. Number 25 was on that team.
Center field. 1 out. It was Edgardo Alfonso on that team. I think he was.
I think he was.
Here's Guerra. Kevin Mitchell was not on that team. But he's definitely filling up that seat. There's a bluff of a bunt and a strike.
Kevin Mitchell, a native of San Diego. Most valuable player, 1989. There's Mitch.
It's nice to see Mitch thick again. He got thin for a while and we were all worried. But he's back to what he's supposed to look like.
He was fun to play with.
Nasty pitch and a swing and a miss. Third strikeout for Suarez.
Yeah, that breaking ball had some fuzz on it.
I mean, you look at Suarez and you have to believe that he's going to get bigger.
Oh, he's going to get a lot bigger. He's going to fill out. When you first saw him in spring training, you're thinking, man, I don't know if this guy could get deep into September, and here he is. He's going to go over the 180 inning mark tonight.
Crawford. And that'll end the inning. That was Pirela, by the way, is a pinch hitter. 4-1 Giants. Secure space on the front of the line for some of 2019's biggest games, including games against the Yankees and opening day. Place your deposit for group tickets now at sfgiants.com/2019. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change in Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Take a look at what Brad Wick did in AA and AAA this year. 4-2 with a 2.53 ERA, 70 strikeouts in 46 1/3. And what is unique about Brad Wick? Well, he's a big fella. 6'9", 260 pounds. 26 years of age. He's a rookie. And you're looking at a low 90s fastball, and you just saw his slurve. Yeah, he's also got a changeup that he'll throw at you.
But he's closer to home plate than anybody else in the park. So Shaw with a swing and a miss. He's 2 for 2.
Giants signed a kid this year out of the University of Kentucky. Last name Jelly.
6'11".
6'11".
Shaw down the right field line, and he's got his third hit. And he's going to have to motor. The throw in is not in time. He's got a double. But that.
All right, let's check. He was going 179 coming into this at bat. And Brad Wick tried to throw a little get it in breaking ball in on him. And he said, I said, don't do that to me. And he is off the interstate, hitting 207 now.
I mean, he's 2 hits away from hitting 300. Well, maybe 3.
Hey, good for him. That's 5 hits in 2 days.
And his reward, Gorky Hernandez is running for him. Here's Slater. Slater's 0 for 2. And again, get him in, get him over.
Talking about the big, slow breaking ball that whipped through Shaw. He was not impressed. Have a night, kid. Had a bid.
By the way, now go get your pom-poms out of your locker.
It's so easy to be a cheerleader when you've got 3 hits under your belt.
Absolutely. Cannot wait for the morning paper to see the box score. Although now you can back to the hotel, right, and get on your iPad.
That's right.
Out of play.
You know, and when you're 1 for 21 with, you get a little quiet. Now you get 5 hits the last couple days. This team's going to find out this kid's got some personality.
Got him. So Rick gets his first strikeout.
Now let's take a look at the payoff pitch. Fastball cuts right on that inside corner at 93.
Garcia, who had an RBI single in the 4th. And he skies this one into center field. Margot is going to catch. And staying at second is Gorky Hernandez. See, you get that guy over, there's a run.
Yeah. I think it's about time for Andy Suarez to get his first big league RBI. What do you think?
I think so. I think he's going to, here's my prediction. He's going to get a base hit through the Tony Gwynn hole, and he's not going to get an RBI.
Well, Hunter Renfroe, the left fielder's got 6 assists, and he's got a very good arm out in left field. So if that's where it goes, I agree with you. Not even the speed of Gorky Hernandez in a 2-out jump.
It's not going to matter. Well, he's not going to hit that pitch into the Tony Gwynn hole. It's 1 ball and no strikes.
That's the first time I ever heard the hole between the third baseman and the shortstop called the 5.5 hole. When Tony Gwynn kind of defined that side of the field.
Almost there it was.
Every defensive player has a number. Pitcher's number 1, catcher's 2. Shortstop number 6, third baseman's 5. Hence, if you hit it in between the shortstop and third baseman, it's the 5.5 hole.
Swing. Ain't gonna miss. It's 1 and 2. Or you can always go with I don't know at third. I don't care at short. What at second and who's at first?
Yeah.
In the dirt.
I'll never forget the very first time I ever saw that Abbott Costello shtick.
I thought that was the funniest thing I ever heard.
It doesn't get old.
It does not.
And every once in a while, if you're really bored at night, just YouTube it. It's great. It's great.
My son gave that poster to me for a Christmas present one year. Made me laugh when I unwrapped it.
Got him. Giants waste a leadoff double. Top of the order coming up. Giants have a couple of big flies in this game. Crawford went into right center field, hit very well, and then Longoria with a mighty rip to left, and it hit off the Western Metal Supply Company. That feels pretty good. That's a manly home run for both of them.
That was a manly home run, hitting that speed, that location. You just wonder. I mean, you look at a swing like that, and you got to think, well, his hand's feeling pretty good now. When he came back off the disabled list, I don't know how close to 100% he was, but I don't think it was that close.
No. So Myers is going to lead things off. Myers has been on base twice, and he takes the first pitch high. Gorkis comes into the game. He's now in center field. And he's going to get some work right off the bat. 1 out. Gregor Blanco moves to left. So here's Franmil Reyes. Reyes is struck out and he's rolled into a double play. And he fouls it back.
His batting practice is fun to watch today.
He's built like the Aguilar kid in Milwaukee.
He's got a quick back too for a big man.
Well, he looks like he's holding a toothpick.
6'5", 275. Last year in Double-A, he hit 25 home runs, had 102 RBIs.
Hammers this one down the right field line, and it's a fair ball. Slater gets to it. He spins, he throws, and they got him! What a throw by Slater in right field. 2 down.
Well, and the deke from Brandon Crawford And Franmil Reyes, he's stunned. I mean, he just hits this ball too hard, but watch Sakirim come off to Slater, who fields it, spins, and throws an absolute bolt. And Crawford just kind of nonchalantly stood in front of second base. And Reyes got the surprise of his life.
Yeah, everything was behind Reyes, so he had no idea. As this is driven to left, more towards the end of the bat, and Hernandez is there to make the catch. A quick inning with the help of a perfect throw from Austin Slater. Suarez is pitching well. Shaw's out of the game, but when he was in the game, Shaw had 3 hits and a couple of doubles. Home runs by Crawford and Longoria. Here's Wick to Blanco, and Blanco bluffs a bunt, and he takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Blanco's 1 for 3. Out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Take a look at this great throw, and the deke from Crawford, who just kind of stands up there. Yeah, you know, no big deal. And Reyes, he couldn't believe it. He had that double in the stat sheet.
Blanco now 1 and 2.
But, you know, as a young player, just a subtle reminder that you are in the big leagues. And for Austin Slater, just a little smile. Yeah, we got him.
He deserves that smile. A 1-hopper to Blanco. Blanco goes the other way. Renfroe is on the move, and Renfroe can't get it, and it's foul. Yeah, so the 3 gentlemen involved in that play.
Well, you can see by the smiles they all enjoyed it. And it is a fun play to be part of, and everything had to be perfect in order to get him. I'll tell you another thing too we learned about Reyes, for a guy 6'5", 270, he can run a little bit.
He moves pretty good. And Blanco knew it. Quick with his third strikeout. And here's Panik. Panik's got a good game going. He's 2 for 3. Even his out in the 5th inning was a productive out, a little ground ball that got Blanco from 2nd to 3rd. Strike. How the Rockies and Dodgers do it?
Last time I checked, Dodgers were up 8-0. That was the last time.
Yep, 8-0. On the ground to 3rd. On the backhand is Myers. 2 outs.
It's a nice play.
Myers has been all over the place. I think he came up as a catcher, didn't he? Could be wrong on that. I know he played the outfield. Then at first base.
I don't know. He's a catcher.
Look, it's 7th inning. I'm guessing now.
Well, it's September.
Longoria with the long home run in the 5th. Here he takes low.
But you're very seldom wrong when you guess.
No.
But
got me through the 6th grade.
Well, it didn't stop there.
Check swing, foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants with 10 hits.
So there you go. Rookie league and A-ball with the Rays. He caught some. Like
what,
80
2
games.
Oh, 80. All right.
86 games, they said. So there you go. But we've seen him third base, first base, left field, right field, even in center field. Good athlete.
You know what he is? He's relaxed. This is everything he does. He just looks like he's relaxed. He looks like this is the perfect city for him to play in.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow morning he's going to get up. He's going to grab his board and off he goes.
I can see him doing that.
Foul back. Longoria to see another pitch.
Good surf down here too. Warm water surf. They had warm water at Solana Beach this year, right around 80 degrees. How about that? Pacific Ocean.
It was warm when I went. And that will end the inning. 4 strikeouts for Wick. Hosmer to lead things up.
Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity, X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
Suarez to Hosmer, and the first pitch is down low. Hosmer is bounced out to Crawford, and then he hit a line drive right at Blanco, who at that time was in center field. Here he takes low to make it 2-0.
That's just the 65th pitch of the game for Andy Suarez.
Hosmer letting out the shaft. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Suarez gets a lot of quick outs. Outs that require 3 or less pitches.
Oh, my goodness. Always the one in the middle. In tight. 3-1.
If you were to classify what type of pitcher Suarez is, he's a sinker baller. He's a ground ball guy.
3-2. Hosmer's trying to hit a 4-run home run.
He is.
On one hop to Panic, and Hosmer's retired. And here's Hedges.
I mean, that's 6 pitches, 6 fastballs, and on the payout pitch, he blows up the bat of Hosmer with a fastball in on the hands. That's impressive. You're blowing up the big guys on the inside corner, and it's September, and you've got 180 innings in your year as a rookie. You're doing something.
Hedges homered in the second, then popped out in the fourth. Freddie Galvis is on deck. Here's the 1-0, and it's tapped foul. 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants have 5 remaining road games this year. 2 more here, and then 3 in St. Louis. Asked Kurt Young the other day about his first year with the Giants. He said, unbelievable. Loved it.
Well, he's done a great job. I mean, you think about what he has done with Suarez and Stratton and Derek Rodriguez, Reyes Maranta, Ray Black. I mean, he and Matt Herges have been a great 1-2 punch. Giants pretty spoiled with the instructors that they've had over the years. And since June 1st, Giants collectively as a group, 3.32 ERA as a team.
You can see Suarez wanted to get into a nice rhythm and throw that pitch right away, but you just need to get on the same page as Hundley. On the ground to Crawford. Crawford throw a bit high, but not a problem for Garcia. 2 outs. Giants coverage is not over. After the post-game show, Grant Liftman joins Grant Brisbee to talk about the game on the Giants Outsiders tonight after post-game live. Here's Galvis, who's bounced out twice. Hooks this one, and it's a fair ball. And it's a 2-out double. And it's the 4th hit, and Hundley's going to go out and have a word.
Take a look at the number of pitches per inning, and if you have 15 or less and you're doing your job, only 1 time has he gone over that in the 2nd inning. But the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning, 21 pitches in those 3 innings collectively. You're putting up a single digit. I mean, you're really doing your job. There's Matt Herges, second half of the Giants' 1-2 punch. Pitching coaches.
Margot walked in the 2nd, then hit a line drive to center field in the 5th. That was caught. And a little jam shot to Panic, and that's going to end the inning. 8th inning coming up. 4-1 Giants.
San Francisco Giants may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Here at Petco Park, a lot of Giants fans here tonight. It's 4-1 Giants. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
Colton Brewer, the new pitcher now for San Diego. Let's see what he has done since he's been called up. Brewer got a low 90s fastball, curveball, and a changeup.
And right off the bat, he throws a strike to Crawford.
With a cutter. And you're going to see a lot of cutters.
Big chopper. And he throws out Crawford by a step.
Well, follow the race to the postseason on MLB.tv. For $25.99, you can watch every out-of-market regular season game. Plus, get a free subscription to MLB At Bat Premium. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv to take advantage of this limited time offer.
Hundley is 0 for 3. And he takes one wide for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. Specs over in the end of the dugout, checking out different gloves, maybe his own. Yeah, infielders don't like spongy gloves. And that one was not behaving properly. Swing, going to miss.
You walk in a big league clubhouse, you will not find a bad piece of leather. It's impossible.
Hundley's got a hit. And
Not that you ever could at the big league level.
with the Giants, that's their 11th. And that'll bring up Gorkis Hernandez. Somewhere up in the attic, I still have in a duffel bag 5 or 6 brand new Wilson gloves that we were given 2 or 3 every year. So if you're going to play 10 years, you're going to, you maybe swap out a few with somebody else.
We need to do a reality show called Smoothie's Garage.
Yeah,
because it's impressive.
It doesn't throw anything away. No, it's not.
But you know where everything is.
Like a crazy man's office.
Well, you're a hoarder.
Hernandez takes wide. 2 balls and 1 strike.
We just need to give that idea to Amy Gutierrez. Amy G would be all over it.
Yeah, you got to see my closet where that section where those 32-inch pants are.
Yeah?
Yeah, those are great.
You don't ever throw those out.
On the ground, right back to Brewer. That's 1 maybe, and not in time.
Pretty athletic 1 out that they got.
Now the timing to stay on the bag was pretty good.
I mean, he didn't do Javi Garrett a whole lot of favors.
But he indeed did stay on the bag.
Yes, he did.
Here's Slater. Slater is 0 for 3. And a bit of a wide throw, but Hosmer's a pretty tall guy. And Slater takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Gorkis' ability to steal a bag. He goes. And the throw is going to be late, and Galvis didn't hang on to it anyway, and it'll be a steal for Hernandez. And for Gorkis, that's his 7th.
Just a 1 hopper to the shortstop side of the base. Galvis really didn't have much of a chance. Hedges got a good arm. I mean, he just hadn't had much help from his pitchers tonight.
Slater goes around. Swinging a foul, held on, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Giants with a 4-1 lead.
Authentic fan.
A lot of Giants fans here, as we come to expect every time we come to San Diego. And they're not afraid to break out the orange.
That's a good luck hat right there.
Yeah. Here's A.J. Ellis. It's another good look hat. A couple of more good luck caps. High to A.J. Ellis. 2 balls and no strikes. Outside corner, 2 balls and 1 strike. Mejia is on deck, Francisco Mejia. I don't think that mom has had a chance to watch any of the game.
Well, I think she's okay with it. She's putting on pretzel rings and
she's looking for another pretzel ring.
Come on, there's got to be another one in there.
And Ellis takes low, third walk issue. '49ers pre and post game live 1 hour before and after every game. Greg Papa, Dante Whitner. They're going to join Jeff Garcia on 49ers. 1 hour before and after the Niners this week on NBC Sports Bay Area. They'll be taking on the Chiefs. The home of the authentic 49ers fan is NBC Sports Bay Area. Spangenberg is going to run for Ellis. And the hitter is Mejia.
He's the big man yesterday. He had a walk-off grand slam.
Here he takes a breaking ball for a called strike.
Mark Melanson up now, starting to get stretched. Pitch count not an issue.
There's a foul. Straight back, it's 0-2. Got him.
Just a 3-pitch see ya. Strikeout number 4.
So here's Myers. Myers has been on base twice. A walk, an infield hit, and then a fly ball to center field. And here he takes a load.
Makita, side armor, and Robert Stock, the other right-hander down there.
Up the middle. Panic. Flips to Crawford, and they'll get the force play, and a nice play, 2 down. If you can, get 1 out for sure.
We haven't seen many conventional plays around the base tonight, around the bag at second. I mean, watch Joe Panic. Goes to his right, slides into it, 360s, and just shovels a little backhanded flip. They weren't going to get the pair. Myers runs too well. But to get the lead out with this quick runner like Spangenberg, impressive.
Bruce Bochy's coming out. He's going to get the kid. He threw 87 pitches. And Giants fans are going to give Suarez a nice round of applause as he departs. When it's time for a change, thanks Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. We'll be back. First with 2 outs. And Mark Melanson is on to do the pitching.
36th game that Melanson has come into, and he's really having a solid September. In fact, the last month and a half, he's starting to feel normal. He's starting to be able to count on his arm. And it's been a long road for him to get back to that feeling of confidence in his arm. And when he's right, I mean, you're going to see a good cut fastball, low 90s, and a over-the-top curveball. But with some bite, I mean, they've really tightened up. You can just see the spin on the curveball. It's a stronger curveball now. Andy Suarez tonight, brilliant. 87 pitches, 7 2/3 strong, 4 hits allowed. And just another feather in the cap of this young left-hander. He has been very, very solid.
Do you just think he went to the manager and said, next time, sir, can I try to go a little longer?
Oh, yeah. He says, you let Chris Stratton have a complete game. What's the deal?
Swing. Ain't going to miss by Reyes.
Well, if he's swinging at a cutter on a first pitch and missing it like that, you're going to see a bunch of them.
And if you're going to get that pitch, then you're going to keep throwing it out there.
A big curveball there. I know. A little bit of a gift. We haven't seen many outside the strike zone tonight call a strike. And you're right. They're going to stay away.
1-2.
Good 1-2 curveball. Made him think.
Reyes wanted to swing.
And one thing about Melanson too, when he gets that cutter going, he'll come on the inside corner with it. All 4 pitches of this at bat have been away, but that inside corner is set up, and he will cut the inside corner.
Three and two. On the move at first will be Myers. Well, you don't want to do that because now you got the tying run coming up and he's got power.
Big time power.
So Renfro's 0 for 3. And look, he's going to swing for it all the time anyway, but he's going to swing for it.
Back the outfield up. Other than that, it's a pretty straightaway defensive set the Giants are employing here. And you're right. He's not up there thinking single to right field.
Pounds that one right down the middle of the plate. It's no balls and 1 strike.
Tony Watson with a red alert.
Oh, 2.
That's some paint with a cutter. You can't throw a better one than that if you're Melanson. right on the outside corner, perhaps about the width of a baseball off the plate away. I mean, if you're getting that, you keep going out there and seeing how far you can go, especially with a guy with power.
1-2. This will be pitch number 10 for Mark Melanson. Two and two.
Staying out that side of the plate.
Base hit. Slater gets to it. One run is going to score. It's 4-2.
That's an impressive at bat from Renfroe. But I mean, Melanson stayed on that outside part of the plate. So from Renfroe's perspective, I mean, he's thinking, I'm going that way. Had a little elevation, and the only thing on his mind was right field. So he just took what Melanson gave him. And that's going to get Melanson out of the game.
So Melanson departs. Watson's coming in. It's 4-2 with 2 outs, and we'll be back.
In the bottom half of the 8th inning. New pitching change for San Francisco is going to be Tony Watson coming into his 68th game. Solid season for Watson, 65 strikeouts and 62 in the third against 14 walks. And he is going to face Eric Hosmer. And if you wonder how Watson has done against Hosmer, Hosmer has faced him 3 times. He's 0 for 3. So the relationship between the two players still in its young stages, but so far it's been all Watson.
Reyes is at third, Renfroe at first. Right back to Watson, and on one pitch, the inning is over. Giants lead 4-2. Ninth inning coming up. Pregame live will start at 6. Game will start at the top of the hour at 7 right here on NBC Sports Bay Area. Also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts. And this is Stock. It's Robert Stock.
Take a look at what Stock has done. He's a hard thrower, averaging a strikeout an inning. You'll see mid to high 90s with the fastball velocity. He's got a curveball and a changeup. Kind of a slurby breaking ball. Mark Melanson talking it over with Nick Hundley.
A couple other defensive changes as well. Spangenberg is now at second and Galvis is at short. And that's a 3-pitch see you later to Garcia. 1 out. And Alan Hansen's going to hit. Tough night for Watson.
One pitch.
One pitch.
He's a one-pitch hero. Hey, it's an appearance.
It's a hold. I might pick him on the wrap. How about that?
Yeah, I think you should. It was a big out to get.
Hansen takes a strike. And you see the life on that fastball from Robert Stock. He throws nice and easy, and it gets there around 98 or 100. A ball and a strike. Hansen goes the other way. And although the exit velocity is not going to be very high, he hits it in the right spot.
A little hang time on that breaking ball from Stock, and the fact that it was up, it allowed Alan Hansen to put a swing on it. A little dead bird out to left field. What was the exit velocity?
66.
66.7. It's a thing. It's a thing of beauty.
We only mention exit velocity very, very high or very, very low?
Well, you like the low.
Well, I like the low because that's where my numbers would have been if they had it then.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe on your bunch.
Yeah.
And you had a lot
Hansen
of bunt hits.
just got back.
Yeah, don't be getting picked off now.
So it turns out that Stock's got a pretty quick little move.
Stock, Pac-12 guy, went to SC.
And a balk. I personally think that Rippinger got tired of Stock throwing to first.
Well, if he had a balk move, if he bends his left knee and then goes to first base, I mean, it's a great move. Watch the left knee. I don't see the balk. At the very best, it's a ticky-tack balk call.
High and foul and out of play. Nice catch.
I do not see the balk.
Yeah, it's just a pivot.
You know, you can't argue a balk, but I'm sure the Padres are going, what the heck?
Yeah, you know, why can't you argue a balk? I don't get it. It's can't argue a check swing. You can't argue any close plays at first.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, is it the only thing that you can't argue? A balk?
Well, you can't argue balls and strikes. I mean, you're not supposed to if you're a manager anyway.
2-2.
It's my dad. It's a Bumgarner fan.
Tap foul. Blanco hit it off his body. Very high to Blanco, which makes it now 3-2. You can see Stock how he's built. He's got that solid foundation.
Stocky.
And he did not challenge Blanco 3-2. He didn't have to. Although when the guy throws that hard, you kind of figure he would. $23,653 here tonight. Got him.
Yeah, I don't blame Berger Blanco for questioning that call. I mean, they set an outside target. This thing comes across the plate, right across or just underneath the letters. And that winds up being a rough at bat. I didn't think that was a good call.
Can't argue balls and strikes.
That's right.
Here's Joe Panic.
You could question him, though.
Panic on the ground to Hosmer, and he will take it himself, and that'll end the inning. Bottom of the ninth coming up. Will Smith will be coming in. Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change tune-up and repair experts.
So Will Smith, the closer for the Giants, coming on to try and close this one out. He's got 12 saves on the season, 66 strikeouts in 49 innings. Curveball, slider, fastball, low to mid-90s, more mids than lows. Really has been a nice story this year, coming back from Tommy John surgery, going right up the ladder of the bullpen, and then getting an opportunity to save and close out games, and he's cashed in on it.
Never done it before, and I think he's enjoying it.
He had one career save, which is kind of hard to believe when you look at his stuff.
Hedges will be the first hitter that he faces. And then Galvis, and then Margot. Hedges homered in the second, and he's popped out and bounced out.
Same pitch that Gregor Blanco got rung up on, maybe even better.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Gregor's out in left field thinking the same thing.
And this pop-up is straight back and out of play. Swing and a miss. There's that good fastball. It's 1-2.
And we had that conversation the other day with Ed Montague, talking about players that have a pitch called a strike, cost them an at bat. Now they go out in the field, they see the same pitch thrown to a hitter, and from center field, they see the pitch called a ball, and they yell out so an umpire can hear them. It happened the other day with Bryce Harper. Las Diaz, the umpire. Las Diaz stopped the game. Las Diaz basically said to Dave Martinez, the manager of the Nationals, Tell the guy out there to knock it off.
Control your player is what he said. Here it's 3-2, so Hedges should get something to hit. On the ground to third. It's a fair ball. Longoria with a nice play.
It's had a nice game.
Couldn't tell if it was going to be a fair ball or not. We also knew that you got September catcher's leg going down the line, but all in all, a nice play.
You know, anytime he can make a throw off the right foot, I think he prefers that. I think he's more accurate off the right foot than he is the left. And that was perfect.
Here's Galvis, who's 1 for 3. And he bunts it to Smith, who makes the play. 2 down.
I think it cracked up Longoria when you saw the big man out there. And watch like a big old kitty cat. Will Smith coming in into a slide. Oh, yeah. Just gathered it up. Basket catch, Willie Mays style.
Longoria probably said something like, very graceful. And a bit high. 1 ball and no strikes. Margot 0 for 2. There's a strike. Swinging a foul, a little cue shot to the backstop.
So that evens the count. You love getting that 27th out, but boy, if you can get the 27th out on a strikeout, that's icing on the cake. And he's thinking about it.
Down the right field line, it's going to slice foul.
So 1 teaser down below the strike zone. Fish ain't biting. Now with a 2-run lead, nobody on base, you can say, here, hit it. She's not worried. She's got the lucky hat on.
It's going to be Longoria in front of Crawford, and that's the ball game. So Will Smith comes in, he gets 3 outs, and he gets the save, and the Giants get a win on the road. Their last win on the road, Mike, was August 23rd, Bumgarner over DeGrom.
Well, and they did it here in San Diego. I mean, this has been a tough place for them here the last couple of years. So a nice win, and really another fantastic outing from Andy Suarez, who just continues to impress. And he looks as fresh here in September as he did when we first saw him back early in the season. And for a young pitcher, this is a